pointing and plastering work on exposed surface of masonry to form an even and soft bending layer for building unit to form joint of pipes. Then to improve the general appearance of structures, to prepare mold for coping, corbels, corin extra, to serve as matrix or cavity to hold coarse aggregate extra. The distribution uniformly the super incumbent weight from upper layer to lower layers of bricks on stone or stones to hide the open joint of brickworks and stoneworks to fill up the cracks detected in the structure during maintenance process extra. Then precaution in using the mortar. What are the precautions to be taken while using the mortar? First of all, let us discuss the consumption of mortar. After preparing, the mortar should be consumed as early as possible. The lime mortar should be consumed within 36 hours after its preparation, and it should be kept wet or damp. The cement mortar should be consumed within 30 minutes after adding water. For this reason, it advisable to prepare cement mortar of 1 bag of cement at, at a time. The gauged mortar or composite mortar should be used within 2 hours of the addition of cement. Then the first action. The setting action of mortar is affected by the presence of frost. It therefore advisable to stop the work in frosty weather or to execute it within cement mortar, which will set before it try to freeze. Then sea water. In the absence of pure water, the sea water may be used with hydraulic lime or cement. It help in preventing too quick drying of the mortar. However, it is not as advisable to use sea water in making pure lime mortar or surki mortar because it will leads to efflorescence. Then soaking of building unit. The the presence of water in mortar is essential to cause its setting action. Hence, the building units should be soaked in water before mortar is applied. It, if this precaution is taken, the water of mortar will be absorbed by the building unit and the mortar will becomes weak. Then sprinkling of water. The construction of water carried out by mortar should be kept damp or wet by sprinkling water to avoid rapid drying of mortar. The water may be sprinkled from about 7 to 10 days. The exposed surface are sometimes covered to give protection against sun and winds. Then workability. The mortar should not contain excess water and it should be as still as can be conventionally used. The joint should be well formed and excess mortar from joints should be neatly taken off by the trowels. The surface of formed by mortar of building units to rest should be even. The admixture are those ingredients in concrete other than Portland cement, water, and aggregates that are added to the mixture immediately before or during the mixing. Then let us discuss about the admixture. Admixture are those which improve the quality of mortar and concretes. Let us admixture can be classified by the function of the following. Number 1, air entraining admixture. Number 2, water reducing admixture, then plastizer, then accelerating admixture, then retarding mixture, then hydration control admixture, then corrosion inhibitor, then shrinkage reducers, alkali silica reactivities inhibitors, then coloring admixture, then 11 miscellaneous admixtures such as workability, bonding, damp proofing, permeability, reducing, grouting, gas forming, anti washout, foaming, and pumping admixture. Provide a much more extensive classification of admixture. Concrete should be workable, finishable, strong, durable, watertight, and wear resistance. These quality can often be obtained easily and economically by the selection of suitable material rather than by restoring to admixture, except water and training admixture when needed. Uses of admixture. The major reason of using admixtures are to reduce the cost of concrete or mortar construction, to achieve certain property in mortar or concrete more effectively than by other means, to maintain the quality of concrete during the stages of mixing, transporting, placing, and curing the adhesive. Weather condition, the overcome certain emergency during concreting operations. Then types of admixture, desirable effect of material. Then accelerator setting and earlier setting, calcium chloride ASTM-D 98 and ASHTOM 144. This is a technical name which is market it available. We can say AS, we get the calcium chloride. Then ASTMC 494 and developing thiethanolonium, sodium thiocyanate, calcium formate, SAASHTOM 194 type C, calcium nitrite, calcium nitrate, air deterrent, decrease the air content, tributyl phosphate, dibutyl phosphate, octyl alcohol, water insoluble, ester or carbonic and boric acid, silicones, air entraining admixture, improve durability in freezing thaws, salt of wood resin, Whistlon resin, some synthetic, ASTM C260 and deciduous sulfate and alkali detergents, salt of sulfonates, lignin, salt of petroleum, ASHTOM 154, reacting environment acid, salts of proteinous material, fatty and resinous, improve workability, acid and their salt, alkali benzenes, sulfonate, salts of sulfonate hydrocarbons. Then alkali aggregate reactivity, reduce alkali aggregates reactivity, barium salt, lithium nitrate, inherited expansion, lithium carbonate, lithium hydroxide, anti washout admixture, cohesive concrete or underwater cellulose, acrylic polymer placement, bonding admixture, increase bonding strength, polyvinyl chloride, polyvinyl acetate, acrylics, butadiene, sternyl, copolymer, coloring admixture, colored concrete, modified carbon black, iron oxide, phenthylcyanamine, amber, ASTMC 979, chromium oxide, titanium oxide, cobalt blue. Corrosion inhibitor reduce seal corrosion activity in calcium nitrate, sodium benzoate, sultan. Chloride laden environment, phosphate or fluoric silicates, fluoroaluminate ester amines. Damp proofing admixture retard moisture penetration into dry soap of calcium or ammonium stearate or oleites. Concrete butyl stearate, petroleum products, foaming agent producing lightweight foaming cation and anions surfactants. Concrete with low density hydrolyzed proteins, fungicides, germicides inhibit or control bacterial and fungals, polyhydrogenated phenols, and insecticide growth, dieldrin emulsion, copper compound, gas formers cause expansion before setting aluminum powder. Grouting admixture adjusted grouting property of specific air entraining admixture, accelerator, retarder, application and water reducers, hydration control, suspend and activity cement, carboxylic acid, admixture hydration with stabilizer and activator, phosphorus containing organic acid salt, permeability reduce decreasing permeability latex. Latex pumping aids improve the permeability organization and synthetic polymers, organic fulcocants, organic emulsion, paraffin, coal tar, asphalt, acrylic, bentonite and fluorogenic silicas, hydryl limes. Then air retaining admixture. Air retaining are used for purposely introduced and stabilizing microscopic air bubbles in concrete. Air retaining will dramatically improve the durability of a concrete exposed to the cycle of freezing and thawing. Entraining air can be produced in concrete by use of an air entraining cement, by introduction of entraining admixture, or by a combination of both methods. An entraining cement is Portland cement with an air entraining addition interground with the clinkers during manufacture. An air entraining admixture, on the other hand, is added directly to the concrete material either before or during the mixing. Then water reducing mixture. Water reducing mixture are used to reduce the quantity of mixing water required to produce a concrete or certain slump, reduce water content, cement ratio, reduce the cement content or increase the slump. Typical water reduce the water content by approximately 5 to 10%. Adding water reducing admixture the concrete without reducing the water content can produce a mixture with a higher slump. The rate of slump loss, however, does not reduce, and most cases it increased. Higher range of water reducing admixture. Higher range of water reducing reducer ASTM C494, ASS2. These are the market names. Types of E water reducing and G water reducing and retarding can be used for impart property induced by the regular water reducer. Only much more efficiently they can greatly reduce water demand and cement content, and make the low water cement ratio, higher strength concrete with normal, and enhance the workability. The water reducing of 10 to 30% can be obtained through the use of this admixture. The use of water content and water cement ratio can produce concrete with ultimate compressive strength excess 30 megapascal, increase early strength, again gain reduce chloride iron penetration and other beneficial property associated with low water cement ratio concrete. Plasticizer often called the superplasticizer are essential high range water producer meeting ASTM C1017. These admixtures are added to concrete with a low normal slump water cement ratio, make a high slump flowing. Concrete is highly fluid but workable concrete that can be placed with little or on but workable concrete can be operated on variation completed with still remaining essential 3 inches slump. Concrete can be easily produced concrete with a 9-inch slump flowing concrete defined by the ASTC 1017 as the concrete having a slump greater than 7.5 inch, yet maintaining cohesive property. Then retarding admixture is used for delaying the rate of setting of concrete. Higher temperature of fresh concrete 30 degrees often cause the increase the rate of hardening. The make and the placing of finishing will be difficult. One of the most practical method of counteracting this effect to reduce the temperature in the concrete, the cooling mixture water and the aggregates retard do not decrease the initial temperature of the concrete. These bleeding rate and bleeding capacity of concrete increase the retarder. Retarding admixture is useful to extending the setting time of concrete, but they are often also used in attempt the decreasing slump losses and extend workability, especially period in placement at elevated temperature. Accelerator admission. An accelerator admission is used to accelerate the rate of hydration setting and setting strength development of concrete at the early stage. The strength of development of concrete can also be accelerated on the other methods using type of third and for high early strength cement, lowering the water cement ratio by adding 60 to 120 kg per meter cube cement also to the concrete using the water reducer curing the higher temperature. Thanks.